So go ahead, Stephen.
Yeah, hi everyone. My name is Steven Lopez. I'm the talent and credential manager for Bright Star Schools. So I support Bright Star in recruiting and hiring educators such as yourself. And then I also support our educators with any credentialing help that they may need. I'm super excited to connect with you all today. I've worked with USC in the past and I've had a lot of success. I definitely think very highly of the teachers that they train. So I wanted to spend the next few minutes just sharing some info about my organization, why you should teach with us, and also opening the floor for any questions that you may have. I do want to say I'm obviously in my bedroom. COVID-19 has presented some unique challenges, so I hope you can look past that. But yeah, I wanted to kick things off by doing a quick intro into Bright Star Schools. So Bright Star is a nonprofit public charter school district in Los Angeles. We are authorized under LAUSD, but we're kind of in our own bubble. So we can do things with a little bit more autonomy compared to what your traditional public school like LAUSD would be able to do. So where we are, Bright Star operates 9 schools across 3 different communities in Los Angeles. We are in the South LA West Adams area. We are also in Koreatown, very close to downtown Los Angeles. And then we are also in the San Fernando Valley. And across these 3 communities, we have 1 elementary, 1 middle, and 1 high school, bringing us to a total of 9 schools. We serve more than 3,000 students, and we try to provide them with rigorous academics, inclusive education, social emotional support, and rich life opportunities outside of the classroom. I actually attended the middle school and high school in South LA, so numbers 2 and 3 on the map. I got to attend as a student way back in the day. So who do we serve? So we serve, as I said, 3,000 plus students. The vast majority of our students are students of color and students from lower income families. About 82% Latinx, 9% Asian American, 5% African American, 2% white, and 2% other. As you can see at the bottom, 90% of our students are eligible for free or reduced lunch. Again, reflecting the fact that they come from lower income families. 20% are English language learners, and about 12% are part of our inclusive education programs. So very similar to what you would see elsewhere in LAUSD, for example. And so with that in mind, I would love to talk about our philosophy. So at Bright Star, as I mentioned earlier, very briefly, we have a dual focus on social emotional support and growth, as well as academic achievement. We want to take that holistic approach to education because we really believe in developing our students' characters, and providing them experiences alongside academics. And yeah, and with our philosophy in mind, I'd love to next talk about our mission and core values. So our mission at Bright Star is to provide a holistic, inclusive support for all students to achieve academic excellence and grow their unique talents so that they can find joy and fulfillment in higher ed, career, and life. And then next, we have 4 core values. These 4 core values were actually selected through parental input. We asked our parents to think about what values best embody Bright Star, and they came up with these 4 core values. Each of these 4 core values is in a different language to reflect the diversity of students and communities that we serve within Bright Star. So first value is integridad, which is Spanish for integrity. And that refers to us really trying to be the best versions of ourselves and advocating for those whose voices are not heard. Next is Ubuntu, which is a South African word that refers to our humanity being shared and how we really want to support one another. And then third is Koyang, which is a Korean word that means hometown. And that refers to us really trying to build meaningful ties to the communities that we serve. We really want our students to give back to where they come from. And then lastly is growth. And that refers to us really just having a growth mindset and trying to, constantly be better than we were the previous day. So again, these four core values are integral to our organization, and they were chosen through our parents. Um, and so next, with all those values, philosophies, mission in mind, I want to talk about the nitty gritty impact of Bright Star. So academically, our students are outperforming surrounding schools, district schools, and the state, often by double-digit percentage points. And this is despite our students coming from under-resourced communities in Los Angeles. Um, and then another impact that I want to talk about is our success in our counselor program. At Bright Star, at all of our schools, we have a very low student to counselor ratio. 113 students per counselor, which far outperforms the recommended nationwide and California average. I know a lot of students or a lot of alumni of LAUSD might have met their counselors maybe once or twice throughout high school, for example, and it's just unfortunate, right? But at Bright Star, our students are in regular contact with their counselors. And the great thing is their counselors will actually follow them throughout grade school. So when a student is assigned a counselor in ninth grade, for example, that counselor will follow them up until 12th grade when they graduate high school, allowing the counselor and student to really build a strong rapport with one another, and allowing the counselor to really serve that student's academic and social emotional needs as well. So we're very proud of that ratio. Next, I want to talk about a unique program at Bright Star that you might not see elsewhere, and that is our alumni support. So at Bright Star, once our 12th graders graduate from one of our 3 high schools, we don't just forget about them and throw them off the cliff, right? We understand that that transition from high school into adulthood is critical for these students of color and students from lower income communities. And so at Bright Star, we strive to provide them the best support. And what that looks like is our alumni support and college success program. And so what that means is that we help our students for up to 6 years, providing individualized support as they navigate adulthood, whether that's pursuing a bachelor's degree, pursuing a master's, applying to trade schools, doing internships, if they need help doing mock interviews, writing their resume, networking. We have a team of qualified educators to support them through that process to make sure that they are as prepared as possible. And because of this, we've had a lot of success with our alumni in college in terms of persistence. For example, the class of 2016, about 91% of them were able to follow up in their second year of college, compared to the nationwide average, which is about 74%. So our alumni are far more likely to continue and persist in college than your typical high school graduate. And so we attribute a lot of that to our alumni support program. As I mentioned earlier, I'm an alumni of Bright Star, so I got to experience a lot of this alumni support myself when I was navigating college, and it helped me tremendously. I mean, I was quite lost, in all honesty, and they provided a lot of guidance for me. And yeah, so that's a unique program at Bright Star that I don't think you see really elsewhere, at least not to the extent that we have it. And then another program or another thing I wanted to highlight is our graduation rate, which far exceeds the LAUSD average. And then also a great thing is that all of our graduates will meet the admission requirements to attend a UC or Cal State school. So yeah, we're doing a lot of great work with our students. Next, I want to talk about our life experience lessons. And this is a hallmark of Bright Star since our founding. Life experience lessons is just a fancy name for field trips. But at Bright Star, we have a really big focus on providing real life experiences outside of the classroom. We understand that there's only so much students can learn within the 4 walls of the classroom. And so we want to make sure that we can take them into the real world to enhance what they're learning. And so that comes in 2 ways. We have our typical day trips where we'll take our students, to the beach to clean up the beach, or they'll go hiking, or they'll do museum visits. And then we also have overnight field trips, which may last a weekend, or they may last up to 2 weeks. And these field trips are citizenship and academic goals, are rewards for students. One field trip, for example, is a mid-year trip to Big Bear, where we'll take our students to go skiing and snowboarding, often for the first time in their lives. Big Bear is a local ski resort, if you don't know that. And then another overnight trip is our end of the year field trips, life experience lessons, where we'll take our students across the state or across the country to visit various universities, landmarks, national parks, cities, just experience things that they otherwise may not have had access to. I myself got to attend quite a number of these field trips. I remember at the end of my junior year in high school, after just taking US history, our high school took us across the deep south for about 2 weeks, and we got to visit, I think, like 12 or so different states in the deep south. And we got to see various national landmarks like the famous high school, Little Rock Central High School, just living, breathing history with our own eyes that we were learning about from the text. And it was an amazing experience. And we also got to visit various universities in the South, like Vanderbilt, Emory, and get to really thinking about expanding our horizons. You know, we don't necessarily have to limit ourselves to the state schools in California. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but we can think bigger. And so these field trips are amazing. They sound very expensive, but they're heavily subsidized by the districts. So our parents don't have to break the bank to send their students on these field trips. And we make sure that throughout their academic career with Bright Star, every student has the opportunity to attend at least one of these field trips, no matter what their academic or citizenship looks like. And yeah, we unfortunately won't be able to do this year because of COVID-19. But as soon as that is over, we will resume our life experience lessons for our wonderful students. So again, that's another program, unique thing that I wanted to highlight regarding Bright Star. Next, I want to talk about people development, which I know very much intrigues you. At Bright Star, we really invest in our educators' professional growth. We want to support all of their career goals. And so we provide a number of different avenues to support our educators. We have job-embedded weekly instructional coaching, whether through a mentor teacher or through our assistant principals of instruction. We also have a no-cost induction program that is accredited through CTC. So we do have an induction program. It is a 2-year program. And what it looks like is job-embedded coaching guided by a mentor teacher. And again, it's free, so you don't have to spend a few $1,000s to get your credential cleared. We also have about 260 hours of professional development each year, including weekly professional development on your particular school site. And then we also have a national board certification scholarship. So if you're looking to get national board certified, which is a very tedious, cumbersome, and also expensive process, we do have a scholarship to help fund that endeavor if that's something that you're interested in down the line. Or if you're looking to become bilingual in Spanish or Korean, you definitely have the opportunity to do so. We will sign you up for a Rosetta Stone on our dime and help you through that process just so you can better communicate with our parents and students. So those are a couple different ways that we invest in our educators. There's a picture of a teacher here named Angie. Actually, she's an assistant principal now, but when she first started with Bright Star, she was a teacher. And she was able to clear her credential with Bright Star, become national board certified with Bright Star, also brush up on her Spanish, and now she is an assistant principal at our middle school in the Valley. So all of these professional opportunities were provided for her because of Bright Star. And so I just wanted to highlight her and her path and what we were able to provide. So yeah, I think we're doing a lot of great work for our teachers. If you're interested in growth, learning, reflection, refining your craft, I think Bright Star would be a great fit for you. Next, I want to talk about teacher wellness. We understand at Bright Star that teaching is a stressful endeavor. Just inherently, it's a tough job, right? And so we want to provide avenues for our teachers to find wellness within the org during contracted school hours. And so one way we do that is that we have fitness classes. So twice a week at each of our campuses, we will invite fitness instructors to teach a class for about 45 minutes to an hour long. Typically one class in the week will be a lower intensity like yoga class, and then the other class in the week will be a higher intensity, maybe CrossFit or boxing or boot camp class. These classes are free and open for all of our teachers and staff to attend. They happen after school once the kids are out, but still during contracted school hours. And they're just a great way for our teachers to burn off steam and have some fun with one another, and find opportunities for wellness that they may not have the time to do once they get home and, you know, are super tired and whatnot. And so this picture here is from our high school in South LA. It's some teachers getting their CrossFit workout in. And yeah, we're actually still doing these classes via Instagram Live, even though we're on lockdown. We still want to be able to provide our teachers with opportunities for wellness during this unique crisis that we're all facing. And then other ways that we really highlight wellness, we do offer new mothers and fathers are encouraged to take maximum time off. We do offer paternity and maternity leave. We also have private pumping pods on each of our campuses, so teachers that are nursing can do so in privacy. So yeah, we're just very big on making sure that our teachers can be well within their job. Yeah, and lastly, I just wanted to talk about our hiring process. It's your very typical process. We have our applications online on our website. You will find this on EdJoin. However, EdJoin will just redirect you to our website. For the application, we do require a resume, cover letter, 2 letters of recommendation, and 3 professional references that we can contact. The 2 letters of rec, if you don't have them at the moment when you're applying, you can go ahead and apply anyways, and you can send those letters to us at a later time. So no need to hold up. And then what the hiring process looks like is we screen your application. We then would invite you to do an on-demand video interview where you are provided 4 questions to answer and given 2 minutes to answer each question. After that, if that goes well, we would then invite you to do an interview with myself over Zoom. And then if that goes well, you would then do a virtual interview with the school site team of whatever school you're being considered for. This is how we're doing things now. Typically, the final interview would take place in person and the teacher would come to the school site and do a demonstration lesson. However, that's had to be changed given our circumstances. So yeah, I do have my contact info here. That's my email, slopez@brightstarschools.org. Feel free to reach out if you want to connect later on. I also have the email of my supervisor, Nicole Wellman Noble. She oversees our induction program. So if you have more specific questions related to induction and clearing your credential, what that specifically looks like, I definitely encourage you to reach out to her. She's great. Last thing I wanted to show you is a video titled Why Teach at Brightstar. It's about 4 minutes. So I would love to just show a few clips. There's a few teacher testimonials, and I think you'll enjoy this. So let me go ahead and play it.
For me, my profession is my life. It's not a job, right? It's not something that I do for part of the day or for part of the week.
Let me know if you can give me a thumbs up if you can hear it.
Environment that I find here at Brightstar.
The volume is a little low, I think.
Okay, let me raise the volume very quickly.
That you are valued, it makes you excited to come into work and feel like you can express yourself and be heard and really make change.
A lot of individuals believe that academic excellence is the great predictor of great school culture. At Bright Star Schools, we believe that great school culture is the great predictor of academic excellence.
And, we are academic based and we're a college prep. The connection with the students is what makes us a community. The connections with our coworkers is what makes us a community.
So there's no ego, there's no bickering. There's just a group of people who really align to the same goal and really support each other.
In that culture of, man, you rock. And I rock too, but in different ways. But we're a united front. We have the same goal. And the way we get there is just different. And if it's different, it's okay.
We enjoy bouncing ideas off one another, all in the name of serving the students' best interests.
We're reflective practitioners that care about our work and really view teaching as a craft and expertise that we want to hone and honor for our kids each and every day, that we get the joy and opportunity to be in front of the classroom.
You have people who truly care and believe and value students and the diversity that they come with.
The emphasis and the focus is always on how can we better serve students, and not just
particular students, but all students. It really is a focus on an entirely inclusive educational experience for all students who walk through our doors.
When I look at our students, I see myself, right? Not too long ago, I was sitting in a middle school classroom, right? I'm of Mexican American descent. So I see a lot of me and the students that I work with every day.
And they want the best for us. It's not just like, hey, you got this and you can do it, and it's just that they let us go. It's more like, you got this. We're right next to you if you need any support, and we're here to guide you in any way you need.
We invest in our people, not just as teachers, but also as human beings. So first and foremost, as teachers, we have differentiated professional development. Every single initiative that's been a major instructional initiative that we've made over the past several years has actually been driven by a teacher foremost. And then we take their feedback and we turn that into something that can be scaled across multiple schools.
I feel like there's lots of opportunities to grow in my professional development, be it through the organization or being sent to trainings offsite.
In order to do my job right, I have to grow myself, right? I'm always learning, I'm always trying to evolve. I'm trying essentially to become a better teacher.
My door is always open, and they can always come and talk to me, and they don't have to feel like they're impeding or they're barging in, and they feel welcome.
As a teacher, I had the option of either being an excellent teacher or having my own life. And here we really prioritize work-life balance.
To have my team show the value that they have for me, for not only as a teacher, but as a human. I'm also a daughter, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and all those hats are incorporated here at Bright Star, and I'm appreciated for all of those, not just for being a teacher.
A student-centered culture here at Bright Star Schools. What makes that so special to me as an educator is that's the whole purpose for getting into education.
When we hire, we look for adults that have integrity, who are kind, who care about our communities, have the growth mindsets to allow them to flourish as professionals.
If teaching is something that you're passionate about, if teaching is something that you can see having an impact on the lives of students and really changing their trajectory, then this is a place for you.
Even if you've never been there before, we always hear people saying, wow, this place is amazing, and you can really feel the love and the joy. I just love that.
It is a really hard job, and to have the support here at Bright Star is so important because it makes you understand that what you're doing is really important, and not just for the students, but for yourself, a life-fulfilling career.
I've always loved it, but I don't know if there's another word for it, just loving it more. I really, truly enjoyed it. For me, my profession is...
Yeah, and that's it. So that's my presentation for you all. At this point, I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. And yeah, I see someone raise their hand. Go ahead, Leonard.
Yeah, can you tell me more about the Valor Academy in San Fernando Valley? It's kind of close to my house, and there's a social science position, secondary, available.
Yeah, Valor Academy Middle or High School?
The high school.
Yeah, so Valor Academy High School, they are a 9th through 12th grade high school. They do have their own campus. It's our biggest campus. It's pretty nice. They are looking for a social science teacher. Don't know the specific social science it's for. I think they're still figuring that out. They are led by Dr. Licea, a very diverse teacher staff. The students are predominantly Latinx students. They are the Valor Academy High School Lions. Yeah, let's see what else is there. I can give you more info broadly about the district because they all look very similar. At Valor, they do have a big focus on inclusive support. So there is a lot of collaboration going on between our SPED department as well as our Gen Ed teachers. So if that's something that interests you, working very closely, doing co-teaching, co-creating lesson plans with your counterparts in SPED, that's something that you would be able to do at Valor Academy High School along with the rest of Bright Star. And yeah.
Great, thank you so much.
Yeah. I think I see someone chatted. Oh, Emily, I'm having a hard time hearing. Sorry about that, Emily. Does anyone have any other questions about our application, hiring process, our district as a whole? Anything?
can you tell me more about in Valor, for instance, do they have a drama department? Do they have a sports department? How does it function like a regular high
so
school?
sports, they do have a full athletics department. They do have a soccer team. I believe they have women's and men's soccer. I think they have some volleyball. No football, unfortunately. We're a small charter school, so no football. In terms of the electives like drama, I do believe they do have a social justice class, a music class, and no drama at the moment off the top. Oh, they do have a theater class. Yes, they do have a theater class. So not exactly drama, but theater. So we do try to offer full electives for our wonderful students alongside the core classes. And then, yes, we do have athletics available for our students as well.
I think there's a question in the chat, Stephen, as well.
Oh yeah, I haven't submitted my TPA yet. Is that an issue to applying? As long as you are likely to be credentialed come July 2020, like that's a reasonable timeline for you, then you submitting your TPA later on isn't an issue. So the sooner you submit it obviously is better, but as long as you can guarantee that you will be credentialed, preliminary credentialed come July, I think we can work with you. August at the latest is kind of pushing it since that's when school is expected to start, but there's definitely flexibility there because we understand that there's a lot of paperwork that needs to be submitted, a lot of backlog. So yeah, I hope that answered your question, Brandon.
And Stephen, one more thing. So I already applied to the Valor Academy Social Science through, they sent me through, I guess, this other thing. And so is it going to end up on your desk, or how does that work? Or is it just going to be random? Is there a way that, you know, by being here, I could get my name in there?
No, I'll see it. We've been crazy hectic and busy because of COVID-19. I'm sure I'll get around to it very soon, and then I'll follow up with you regarding next steps. Yeah. And then we do also have a social science opening at our middle school in the Valley, which is literally like a 2-minute walk from the high school. So yeah, I'll definitely follow up with you there. Thank you for putting that on my radar. I've been pretty swamped lately, so I appreciate that reminder. Yeah. Anything else come to mind?
No, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Cool. All right, everyone. If there's no other questions, I guess we could, oh, actually I see one on the chat. When does the school year start and when do you expect teachers to show up? Great question. So the school year starts for new teachers August, the first Monday of August, whatever, I think that's like the 3rd. I might be wrong there. And that's the beginning of new year, new teacher professional development. So our new teachers to Bright Star undergo an extra week of PD. So that first week of August, and then the subsequent week, that's when our returning teachers join you. And then they'll go through 2 weeks of PD. And then that 4th Monday of August is when you will officially begin teaching with your students. So new teachers to Bright Star actually undergo 3 weeks of PD before stepping into the classroom with their students, just to ensure that they're as prepared as possible to serve our wonderful students. A lot of culture building takes place. Bright Star has some unique aspects that we want to make sure that our teachers are ready for, especially newer teachers. So yeah, we want to make sure that we get those 3 weeks in for new educators. Yeah. Is there a time requirement for teachers like 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. every day? So contracted school hours, I think they run from 7:30 to about 4:30, which is typical. And then classes actually end around 3:15, 3:30. So after that, depending on the specific school site, there will be some PD, maybe some professional learning communities, our fitness classes as well, if you want to participate in that. And then if you also have an interest in taking part in an extracurricular activity or creating a club, leading a club, you definitely have that opportunity as well. But contracted school hours are about 7:30 to 4:30 across the org. There might be some variation, but that's typically what it is. And then I also want to mention, we do have, obviously, of course, summer break, spring break, winter break, but we also have a week of fall break. Typically around Halloween is when we have fall break, just to provide our students some more time to relax. Yeah. Anything else? Cool. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to pop in any questions that may come to mind. Let's see. All right. I think that's it. So everyone, thank you for taking the time to listen to me talk. I know I threw a lot of info at you, so I apologize for that. I hope you were able to get my contact info so we can stay in touch. If not, I hope Nari can share that with you. I would definitely love to connect with all of you further afterwards. I'm always open to setting up a phone call if that interests you, because we are definitely looking for more teachers for 2021. If not, it's been a pleasure, and I hope you and your loved ones all stay safe during these trying times. So yeah, thank you so much, Nari, as well.
Thank you very much, Stephen. We appreciate your time.
All right, take care, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.